Our beloved 8% Hard AF Seltzer is now live in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, Ohio, Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Illinois. Go to hardafseltzer.com today, click on the store locator, and enter your city or zip to find the closest location nearest you.
We are gold for energy. Send it. Incoming. Put the money in the bag, man.
As I said, your paycheck is your thank you.
What's going on back there? This is awesome! Welcome to Earth! No. Who's flying the plane? Get cockpit. Go. God.
Black Rifle Energy, dropping near you.
Welcome to Drinkin, bro. Yeah, welcome to the Monday Morning Recap, everybody. Brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code DrinkinBros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. Still haven't conquered the NFL, however. College?
Doing all right.
Conquered. 8-game teaser hit this weekend. I believe that's the highest we've hit in Drinkin' Bros sports history. I think my other one was a 7-game one, but it was an 8-leg teaser that came through, and it all came down to that Missouri-Alabama game at the end. Auburn.
Yeah.
Auburn plus 8.5. As soon as it went to overtime, I knew I had it.
Yep.
Because either way that it went, didn't matter. That half a point would go, even if you scored for 2. So, all eyes were on that late in the night. But, man, that was a $4,000 teaser. And, balls, dude. That was massive.
You didn't have Miami Louisville in that, or did you tease Miami enough?
No, I had already pre-bet that one. So, like, I just took Louisville points, like I said on the show.
Yeah.
Because here's what I don't like to do, by the way, and this is I've already posted my bets in Drinkin' Bros Sports already because there's early games. There's another doubleheader tonight. There's a Game 7 tonight. There's a lot going on, so my bets have already pre-placed. Here's what I don't enjoy doing, and you guys can tell me if you're the same. I don't like adding parlays or teasers to different days because I don't want to wait an extra day, like Miami.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait an extra day to see, all right, did they win? Did they fuck up my teasers, everything else? Because it happened to me with Florida State about 3 weeks ago. Yes.
Yeah.
And then it fucked up my whole weekend.
Yeah.
And then I had to rebet on my parlays and everything else. So I'm like, all right, I'm not doing this. I'm going to keep them all on the same day.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you want a leg to not hit, it's probably the first leg. So you can just, if you really believe
you can reset.
In it, yeah.
And I was able to do that during Florida State and then win a bunch of money later. But I didn't want to do that this weekend. And instead, I went for all of it on Saturday, and it came through. Because I said it was going to be a dog day afternoon, in which it was. Let's talk about that first dog, though, that's lying out in the sun on the beach, D'Anthony. Billy Napier is gone from Florida after a victory?
Well, they should have lost.
Well,
like, they got as lucky as someone could possibly get. In fact, Mississippi State was in field goal range already. They have a great kicker.
Yeah.
And they just decided to do one more play.
Don't know why. Dan, why are these college football head coaches getting fired in season? You know how much you owe them on the contract. Ride this out. What am I missing here?
That's a good question. I mean, I think it makes sense to fire the coach in season if you have an internal candidate that you want to promote.
Yeah.
But other than that, doesn't make a lot of sense.
The guy at Penn State is not going to be their head coach. The guy at Florida is not going to be their head coach.
It doesn't seem like it. But
Petrino might be at Arkansas.
Petrino might be.
He's the interim right now at Arkansas. Bobby Petrino.
Oh, yes. I can definitely see that.
He might.
That's one.
Take that
but
job.
not at these major universities. I mean, Arkansas is
They're fine, but it's not
fine,
Florida
yeah.
or Penn State.
Yeah,
In my opinion, those are two top 10 jobs in America.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think the from the athletic director's perspective, that's the only time it makes sense to me. Or if the relationship is so bad, right? Like is Lagway a one and done in Florida, or he's a sophomore, right?
is he redshirt or is he true?
Either way, he's got to come back. He's not good enough for the NFL.
He hasn't.
Yeah.
He hasn't.
But he
gotten-
might transfer. So that's, I think, the big issue is you want to get ahead. Like, the earlier you do it, the more runway you have to deal with the bleed of transfers, the bleed of recruits.
It's true, but they're doing away with the winter transfer now. It's only going to be one spring transfer.
Yeah.
So that makes it there probably is something to that, but it makes it at least the bowl season doesn't affect it now.
Yeah, and you have more time to convince people to stay and stuff like that. But at the same time, you but you need to probably hire someone relatively quickly. Although that's tough if you're trying to hire someone who already has a job, which you almost certainly are.
Right. And so, like, take a Lagway, for example. You put him on this Penn State team this year, I think it's a whole different fucking team.
I don't know that anything had overcome James Franklin.
Maybe.
Because it's that old school, we've been talking about it. It's that old school mindset where we're going to play bone-crushing defense and hope for the best on offense, and that shit don't play no more.
I
It
just
doesn't play.
I have a really hard time understanding who is going to take all these jobs. Like, who is it? Orgeron says he wants to coach. James Franklin says he wants to coach over the
I
weekends.
think Franklin would be a great hire for a team like Arkansas, like Virginia Tech. If UNC parts with Bill Belichick, although I don't think I would want to go to UNC just because it's a mess right now with all the money they're going to lose on that whole experiment. But like Franklin, I would jump at the chance to hire James Franklin if I was Virginia Tech or even
I agree.
Arkansas.
I think he'd be perfect at Virginia Tech.
Yeah, and Orgeron is a personality guy, right? So if you've got good coordinators
And a GM probably.
and a GM,
Yep.
somebody that can help with recruiting, Orgeron is going to keep your guys at a pretty high level emotionally, which is important during a longer college season now, right?
Yeah.
If you've got those other things done. Florida, I don't know who Florida's coordinators are. I think they're looking for a full
It's
on
whoever comes in is going to have a whole
Clean house.
for
Clean
sure.
house.
Yeah.
And so, can I? Fuck it. I'll just say it. Can I pitch what I've heard for Penn State? And tell me what you think of this. Are you excited or not? Because this is where I land with Billy Napier and all these other fucking guys leaving. I don't know who comes and replaces them. Penn State, I have heard through some friends and things like that, they're prepared because they're going to look at a $75 million loss after this Franklin thing. Urban Meyer said that over the weekends. They're talking about picking off Freeman at Notre Dame and his entire staff all the way around to go to Penn State.
I guess that doesn't really get me excited.
Me
no.
neither. I don't get excited about that either.
No, what would get me excited is Urban Meyer.
Yes.
That would be exciting to me.
And he's still got probably 3 to 5 good years left if you were going to try to do something with your program. But I don't think he would leave for Penn State because he's an Ohio State guy. I think the only 2 jobs that would get his dick hard, 3. I think there's 3 jobs. USC, for whatever reason, he loves fucking USC. And
a classic team.
He thinks that's one of the best jobs in America. Notre Dame or Texas. Now, Texas, I'll be real curious to see what they do with Sark after next year.
They're not. I mean, he's not going anywhere this year.
Not this year.
He's got even a window next year too. He won't get fired. I mean, he shouldn't get fired for next year. Although Franklin was
How many years, though, will that be for Sark?
5 or 6, I think, because he had 2 years before they made the back-to-back semifinals.
Now, Urban Meyer himself has said, hey, he would have taken that job. So, at
Texas job?
Oh, yeah. Even his wife was like, hey, dude, Austin is beautiful. It sure is. And they got endless fucking money to spend.
Yeah.
So, you can keep your Texas talent there, too. Because right now, they're all going to Ohio State.
Yeah.
So, keeping that talent in-house is key. But with Billy Napier, take this Florida job. Who's out there? Who wants these fucking jobs? Is that an Orgeron job?
The candidates I've heard, the top candidates I've heard is, number one, they're going to do everything they can to get Kiffin out of Ole Miss.
Yes.
I think Lane Kiffin would be crazy to do that. I think he's in a perfect spot right now. I think he has enough resources to make serious damage in the playoffs, and he has lower expectations than Florida.
But they're not a playoff team, and they lost again over the weekend.
This year. 16 next year, they're a playoff team.
You think so?
Yep.
Yeah, easily.
Oh, 16, you're right.
And
You're
also,
right. Shit.
what are they?
I forgot.
That was their first loss?
I think so.
Yes.
So they're fine. They're still completely in the playoff hunt. Any 10-2 SEC team is getting it.
Who is their schedule coming up here?
They have a pretty manageable schedule the rest of the way.
They've got at Oklahoma, which doesn't appear to be as bad as we thought it was going to be,
No.
and then South Carolina, Citadel, Florida, and Mississippi State.
Yeah, they are.
Those are winnable games.
Cruise control.
They're going to be
Winnable
10-2 at the worst.
Yes.
They'll probably be 11-1.
They're in the playoff, no question. Maybe even in the SEC championship game.
But even just beyond this year, next year with 16 teams, the program they put together at Ole Miss, they're in, unless something catastrophic happens. Right?
I think this is still Alabama and Georgia in the SEC championship.
I mean, that's how it's looking for sure right now, but who knows what will happen.
Well, we'll see with A&M, too. A&M is 4-0 in conference.
Yeah,
right now.
A&M's undefeated.
They are. It's just they keep kind of eking these. Like every other week, they look great. Then the next week, you're like,
Yeah, I agree. I agree. They're a little sus, but they win.
They
SEC.
win. But even this weekend, they were down by a lot, and then they came back, and I ended up winning the game later.
Arkansas is sort of like the reverse Auburn, where Auburn's defense every week is just going to muck it up, whereas Arkansas, they don't do it every week, but they do genuinely have a potent offense, and Bobby Petrino is a very good offensive coordinator. So, like, there are weeks where they will just fucking catch you.
Yeah. It's my buddy's coming in, by the way, Tiki Barrett.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Is he back there? Was somebody back there?
I don't know. I just saw the door moving. Yeah, he's
Fucking
back
around.
there.
Yeah.
He's going
you're
to go.
good.
He looks like he's going to go pound off first.
That's fine.
So A&M's got at LSU this weekend, which they should win. LSU looks terrible.
At LSU?
Yeah, I don't care.
Still tough.
It's
They should.
Tough.
I think-
Tough, but it's gonna. Here's the problem.
I think I'd take LSU.
It's no. Well, it depends on what the spread is, but they're gonna beat LSU by somewhere between 1 and 5 points. It's not gonna be a huge margin of victory or anything like that.
A&M minus 2.5.
Yeah, makes sense. It's right there. And then they have at Missouri, which is tougher.
yes.
At Missouri is gonna be tough,
Yes.
right? And then they finish at Texas. So the A&M getting out unscathed.
I think they
seems
could beat
very-
Texas.
It
I
think
think Texas is the easiest game of the three you just mentioned.
It might be
by far.
It might be
Without
yeah.
question.
But it's can they get out of all three of those unscathed? I don't know. I doubt it. I think they lose at least one, but then that's going to put them tied with Ole Miss. Alabama, by the way, 4-0 in conference too. They've got a couple of. They've got at South Carolina this weekend. Hopefully they don't stumble and do something dumb because that's one of those games where you can
Sure.
do that.
There's only one game I think they're going to stumble in. Potentially stumble in.
They've got LSU and Oklahoma at home. I think they'll win both of those games. I think at Auburn is going to be way closer
That's
than
going to
what
be
they
their
want it to
toughest
be.
game of the year. It's the Iron Bowl.
yes.
Worse,
And Auburn's gonna
worse
be-
Auburn teams have given them trouble.
Well, Auburn
should have lost.
Auburn's
what,
0-4 in
2
conference
years
right
ago.
now, but
Yeah.
Remember that 40-yard? What
Yes.
was it? Hail Mary
Jalen
by
Milroe,
Jalen Milroe.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
Milroe.
only reason they got in the playoffs.
Auburn's 0-4 in the SEC by like a combined 20 points.
Oh, it's nuts,
like
dude.
it's. I mean,
yes.
they have barely lost every game.
Every game is like a one-score game, or it goes to. Well, I think yours
Yeah.
went to double overtime, right?
Did yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know that Alabama's got the best shot of going undefeated in conference.
I agree.
They're through
But
the meat.
They're through the meat. However, that Auburn game is fucked. And then LSU and Oklahoma are not slouches. They're just like underperforming. But they're still good SEC teams. You know what I mean?
I don't want to play at LSU.
No. Well, they're
On a
playing.
night game?
They're at home.
But
Bama's got
A&M?
both of those guys at home.
I'd
good.
be worried if I was A&M at LSU.
You should be worried.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you should definitely.
Fuck yeah.
You got to fucking come out and rock their ass. But
I would take LSU in that game.
it seems like Alabama is probably the most likely to, and I said this before the season started, they're the most likely to come out of this unscathed. And if they do, they'll have earned it because of the fucking gauntlet they ran through.
I believe they're the first SEC team in history to win 4 straight games without a bye against top 15 teams.
And
right.
you,
Well,
Dan,
technically
you were the only
Vanderbilt
one
at
that
the
called
time.
this, by the way,
Yeah.
because I wrote them off after week 1, after that loss to Florida State.
Which now looks worse somehow. but
Because they lost by 3 scores.
It
They
does,
lost by
but-
3 fucking scores.
But it doesn't matter. It's
I
week
know.
one.
I know. There's not really a parallel, but if you map it onto NFL style with this longer season, that first game,
You said you were the only one on this panel that said, "Hey, they'll be fine," and they look better than fine.
Yeah.
Like this looks like right now. If I were to gun to head, I'd say Ohio State, Bama, in the national championship.
yeah, I mean that's definitely the most likely outcome I think right now. Although it depends on how it gets bracketed because it's gonna the top 3 teams, in my opinion, because A&M's gonna lose. The top 3 teams in the country rankings wise are gonna be Ohio State, Indiana, because they don't play anybody else. They're
No.
done. And Ohio State, Indiana. I mean, they got to go. They got to beat Penn State still, but I think I think they're going to beat Penn State by 2 scores, frankly, and I don't mean that as a pun. So they got it's Ohio State, Indiana, and Alabama are going to be the top 3. 2 of those they get a bye, right? All 3 of those teams plus 1 get a bye.
Yeah, just be the top 4.
Yeah, all 3 of those teams plus 1 get a bye. And then it depends on how that brackets. If Alabama jumps into the 2 spot, they're in a better bracket than Indiana at 3. If it works out that way, Ohio State's number 1 no matter what. But if they get into the 2 spot, they're in a better bracket, right, against those lower bracketed teams. And then Ohio State obviously has better than them. But Indiana or A&M or Georgia or Oregon, whoever it happens to be, is going to have to go through a little bit tougher road for some of those mid teams, like middle top 10 teams that are pretty fucking good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe I think Indiana's got a shot to be in the Natty.
Yep, I agree. Whoever wins the Big Ten at this point, unless somebody stumbles and then they become a 2-loss conference championship, whatever, whoever wins the Big Ten is probably the number 1 seed, I would imagine.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no question about that because
Yes.
Ohio State and Indiana are both going to win out regular season, and
Right.
one of them will be a 1-loss team, almost certainly Indiana. But they're going to be a 1-loss team that's only losses to number 1.
Right.
So it's hard to see Indiana popping out of the number 2 spot unless they get just fucking wrecked by Ohio State.
So how does that work this year? So let's say this continues. Current rankings.
Yeah.
Indiana loses to Ohio State. Who are the top 4 buys?
They won't go lower than 4
Yeah,
because
there's
that
no
would
way.
be fucking
unless
them
they
over.
get destroyed.
They'd have to get destroyed. So at worst, Indiana's going to be
Are they
4.
going off of rankings?
It's just CFP
the top
rankings.
4.
Gotcha.
None of that. The
Okay.
auto bids are still there, but you don't get just from winning the Big 12. You don't get a fucking buy anymore.
Got
Right.
it,
So
got it,
think
got it.
about it
Okay.
like just think about it like the NCAA tournament.
Perfect. Okay. That makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah. So I think
So, yeah.
last 4: Ohio State, Indiana, Bama, and not necessarily in that order, but probably in that order, frankly, just because of how things have worked out.
Who would be your 4 then?
It's hard to say, man. I don't. If let's say, for the sake of argument, Georgia Tech wrecks Miami in the fucking ACC championship game, it should
Undefeated.
be them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%
Yeah.
should be them, right? And I think that's likely. I think Pavia he got turned on this week. Like a fucking switch flipped. He's doing the Heisman pose and shit.
He's awesome.
He knows he's the best guy on the field now.
Yeah.
Whereas he was playing like the best guy on the field before. And we saw this shit with Lamar Jackson at Louisville, right? One dude that's that good can fucking carry
Change
a
the
team
game.
through the ACC.
Yep. Change the game.
And I think
here.
they're going to win the ACC handily, and I believe that they will be the 4 seed.
Whew. Look, they look great this weekend. Bob, you love Duke for some reason. I can't figure it out on a week-to-week basis. I just
I
they
just
got
think
trounced
that's
again.
more of my. I'm not sold on Georgia Tech. Like they have an easy schedule, but they're not necessarily like destroying teams. So I'm a little.
But they don't play that way.
A little worried.
They've got a running quarterback who's. I mean, it's almost like a triple option team.
Yeah,
to a certain
Haynes King
extent.
is great. Don't get me wrong, but I mean,
I
it was.
said Pavia. That's Vanderbilt. Yeah.
Either way, he's the same
But,
way.
uh,
he is,
that
yeah.
guy. Tips
I mean, it
off.
was a tight game. It was a tied game going into the fourth quarter. Georgia Tech pulled away. You know, I don't know if you can get away with that all year. Maybe they will. I don't know if they can get away with that against Miami in the championship game.
Well, I mean, the Miami couldn't beat Louisville at home.
No.
No, I agree.
I called this game. I said, "Hey, dude, I don't believe in Miami. I don't think this will happen." And sure enough, look, they tried to give this game away. I've never seen Louisville try to give a game away
Yeah.
faster than this. I mean, even that fucking, what was it, a fumble return for a touchdown there? This game
Damn
should have
near,
been
yeah.
a fucking 2-score game.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
wasn't close. Carson Beck looked awful in this game. 4
Four
interceptions. He said there was miscommunication with the receivers at the end. The ball was tipped. I don't know if he saw it.
One of them was.
But 4 is
Yeah,
4.
4
4
is
is
4.
4.
So Louisville as a team had 6 interceptions on defense coming into this game.
Yeah. And
So
they got,
that's not who they are.
No.
This was a failure by Miami. And look,
it's classic Cristobal.
one game blip. This is the problem with college football. One game blips happen all the time. Often it's the first game of the season before you find out who you are. Sometimes it's like the middle or last third. And those middle and last third bumps fuck you way more than losing the first game. Nobody's talking about Alabama,
Right.
No.
right?
They're just like,
it's-
oh, that's weird.
But it's just a coincidence. Miami got beat by Louisville this week because they played poorly one day.
Yep.
That's what really happened. But I still think Georgia Tech can beat them.
And this next one here, the one that was right afterwards, this is a true story. I did not even bother watching this fucking game because Minnesota was so awful against Ohio State. They scored 3 points.
Yep.
I thought for sure Nebraska coming in 25. Rule wants the fucking Penn State job. He was going to show out for this. We talked about it last week. They got absolutely destroyed. I was texting with a buddy of mine who said Rule to Penn State, and I go, no, that is a lateral move. Rule has more losses against top 10 teams than Franklin does. Why the fuck would you ever hire this guy? I don't care that he's an alumni. I don't care that he met his wife there, like the cool story says and everything else. He's a bad coach. You don't lose to fucking Minnesota 24-6.
Yeah,
like, that's awful.
They looked horrible.
So why would you bring that guy to Penn State? I would not do that in a million years if I'm
I mean, it's going to be so. You've just spent a lot of money to send James Franklin to his living room, right? And you're going to have to convince the AD and the alumni to spend $10 to $12 million a year on a new coach. In addition to that, probably on a midterm deal at first, but that with an extension possibility.
Oh, yeah.
So like a 4 or 5 year deal with an 8-year extension possibility. And it's not going to be a guy who just lost in Nebraska.
No.
I wouldn't be okay with that.
I
don't
either.
think Matt Rule has done anything to deserve the Penn State job.
Me
frankly.
neither. And as I look at this, and the deal that just happened right before the weekend started was Signetti getting 11.6.
Yeah.
He's never won anything. He's never won a championship in anything. He makes more than the current championship coaches.
I think you need to start looking at college coaches the way you look at NFL quarterbacks, where it's like, that guy got that money? It's like, that's just the market, dude. You got to hold on to him.
Boy, I don't know where that revenue comes from to even support that, though.
I think Indiana probably has a better athletic department revenue than you think, just based on being a basketball blue blood. Also, these things pay for themselves because when you're good at football, everything goes up.
Jersey sales, all that other stuff.
Enrollment,
Yeah.
alumni interest,
Yeah,
alumni
yeah.
donations, everything goes up. Just ask Alabama.
11.6, though, for Indiana. You're the head coach of Indiana, man. That is fucking wild to me.
I mean, you see these contracts and you're like, that's crazy. But at the end of the day, it becomes a steal. I mean, I think I just read that the Dodgers already made their money back on Shohei Otani's entire contract.
Well, we'll get to him. That's the
But,
greatest
like,
player in the history
yeah,
of baseball.
but the point, I mean, he was $700 million. And
That's
why
why that's why they sent an innocent man to jail, and thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
Rob Manfred, for real. That's the greatest decision you've ever made in the history of your shitty existence, was that,
Yeah.
because we're watching the greatest baseball player of all
But
time.
Signetti,
He should be in prison.
What did Signetti get? Like, basically, $110, $120 million?
What's
probably.
11.6 over 8 years?
Okay, 100, 105,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. They're going to make that back in 2 years, if not a year, with just the amount of engage. I mean, the way it changes everything, the way your applications explode
Mm-hmm.
when that happens. I mean, it's nuts. It's so.
Yeah, go try to explain to a college football fan from 2005 that Indiana is about to go into a top-seeded spot and its second consecutive playoff.
I'd laugh right in your face.
Yep. And so
I'd
would
laugh
everybody
right in your
else.
face.
But that is the reality. Not only is it reality now, but for years to come.
Potentially,
Right.
yes. Because kids like him.
I mean,
and
they
they like
have-
playing for him.
He did this.
That
with,
matters, by the way.
They did this without street cred. Now they've got it.
Yeah, and by the way, it's on the coach. Like, when you go and meet with all these fucking offers for D1, you go and meet the coach. If you're not fucking impressed by the coach and he doesn't get you fired up, you probably don't go to school there.
Yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, they have the Heisman front runner as well. Fernando Mendoza is having a goddamn insane year.
It's either him or Pavia right
Or
now, right?
Sayin, man. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Saying's
36
close.
of 42.
The thing that Sayin has in his favor,
He's going to break the record.
is that they play. They're playing Penn State.
Problem is, though, preseason, Penn State, I thought was going to win the national championship.
Yeah.
Now that game means nothing.
Yeah.
Texas,
But they're-
preseason,
but then they're
was
playing,
number one.
Then they're playing Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers, and Michigan.
That's all
and they all
shit.
suck.
They all
So
suck.
if we'll see. Ohio State's been running the ball a lot. So I don't.
No. Saying threw 42 passes this weekend.
Yeah, I
He was
know.
36 of 42.
This is the first week. It seems like they've given it back to him a little bit, and they're done with their
They didn't
running
even
back
throw
experiment.
the first half.
Yeah.
I've never seen like it. It's almost like what can we get away with here, game by game? So
Yeah.
it's interesting to see what this team will do in the playoffs. Right now, the schedule is dog shit for them, so they can fuck around, and these are all scrimmages. But they cover every week, and we've been winning a lot of money off of them. So thank you, because that spread was 24.5.
Yeah, well, he should be averaging in the high twos as far as yardage goes for the rest of the year, if not higher. Even if they're just fucking around. Right?
He threw for 400 this
Yeah,
weekend.
I don't think that not everybody's as bad as Wisconsin. Purdue is, Michigan's pretty bad on defense, actually. If you see any of their recent games, they do not
Yeah.
look good on defense.
Northwestern. I don't know if they play Northwestern, but
I don't know about
But
that
I
one.
mean, they're right. They're neck and neck. I just looked at the stats.
Yeah.
And
The schedule is going to hurt. Well, both of these guys probably, right?
Indiana's cruising as well.
Yeah.
Indiana's cruising. They've got they have UCLA at home, at Maryland, at Penn State's a tough game, but both teams play that. They still have Wisconsin and Purdue on their schedule as well, and they're going to score 60 points in both of those games.
And the one I told you to sprinkle is Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame.
The difference is with Indiana is that they are going to run the score up. Ohio State isn't, because they don't care.
I agree.
But I mean, if you're looking for the shortest, he might be the shortest odds right now. Actually,
Double check
He
that.
probably is.
Also, there's just sort of a narrative factor there, like, oh, an Indiana guy winning. You know what I mean? Like Indy,
Right.
That's
And you say they don't bet until after the title game, or they already pick before the title game?
yes, it's
So-
just pure regular season.
Next up was Texas A&M. They squeaked it out against Arkansas. Look, a win's a win. Arkansas can be tricky sometimes. I don't really give a shit about this, but I don't think they win the SEC. I don't think they're in the title game.
It's going to be tough.
Georgia, Alabama looks. I mean,
But they
those
don't-
two.
They don't have to play either of those teams. I'm not sure how the tiebreaker would work if they do drop one of their three final difficult-ish games. So I don't know how it would be if Georgia and A&M were both one loss.
It doesn't matter. I think they lose this weekend at LSU, A&M, and I think I'd watch that Missouri game right afterwards, man. I don't know that I believe in A&M enough to bet them at home against Missouri, especially if they turn that into a night game. Right now it's TBD on that one.
Yeah.
And then they got Texas to close it out, man. That's a rivalry game. You can throw the records out the window there. Because if Texas has nothing to play for, which I suspect they will at that point, this will be their Super Bowl. It really will.
Oh, yeah. Just to fuck
the tickets,
up A&M.
Derek hit me up over the weekend about the tickets, and I was like, I'm looking at tickets. They're still $1,000 a piece because they have not seen this rivalry in a long time.
It hasn't been in Austin in over a decade. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So everybody and their mother's going. This is going to be a crazy game. Give me Alabama and Georgia in that one in the SEC championship. Next up was this Ole Miss game. Look, Ole Miss was up by what seemed like a lot, and then
They gave up
Georgia
17
just turned it on.
They gave
dude.
up 17 unanswered in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
17-0 in the fourth, which, by the way, is the second time Georgia's done that. They weren't able to pull it out against Alabama, but they put up a 0 at the end. I mean, they put up 2 zeros against Alabama in the second half. But Georgia's just an insane second half team. They're not the Georgia of old, but
No.
this is Kirby just finding ways to win.
There's no defense there, which is crazy to me. If you put Auburn's defense with that, Auburn's defense looks like Georgia's defense.
It's
They can run the ball.
Who?
Georgia.
Yeah.
can
Look,
run
their offense is fine.
They can run it well.
Their offense is
and
fine.
It's a little bit one-dimensional in some ways because if they're not able to run the ball that day, they can't play because Gunnar Stockton's not good enough a passer to overcome that. But if they can run the ball that day, he's going to get 2 or 3 passing touchdowns as well because he is good enough for that.
Yeah.
So
he looked great against Ole Miss, 26-31.
Well, eventually he did. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, look, he turned it on, was able to pull this out. So we had that one. Won all the things on that one. Tennessee, Alabama had this one.
statement game.
Yeah, this was 37-20. Is saying fuck you.
Yeah.
Get out of my goddamn. I'm tired of hearing about the hype. Get out of my fucking conference. Kalen DeBoer looks like the only hire at one of these major universities that it looks like to be panning out so far.
So far, for sure. I mean, he was given a Ferrari and he hasn't crashed it. So
No.
in Tennessee, by the way, a bit on life support for the playoff. They have no room for error anymore, and they have
One loss and they're out.
Yep, one more loss, they're done, and they still have Oklahoma at Florida and Vanderbilt on their schedule. So
Vandy's going to be a tough one.
yeah, and don't sell at Florida short just because it's a rivalry game either. And honestly,
With the new coach.
even Oklahoma is good enough to beat them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they have
It's a tough road.
No margin for error.
But by the way, they're also paying, in my opinion, they're playing with house money right now. I mean, their quarterback left in July.
yeah,
I give Tennessee all the credit for even doing what they've done right now. I mean, what a fucking asshole that guy was. Next up, Texas Tech, Arizona State. Called this one. I said, look, the starting quarterback is out. That is their whole fucking team, dude. And we won all the things on this one, and it was great. And because Arizona State still fucking cares. Like, that coach is a young guy who gets these kids fired up. And I mean, dude, this was an excellent game to watch if you didn't watch it. But
Arizona State's still very much alive for the playoff.
And I think Texas Tech, they're going to – I think if this committee looks at the thing and says, all right, your starter was out, and they're able to make the championship. I don't know how long this kid is going to be out for. Do you?
I'll double-check. I don't know off the top of my head. But Arizona State only has one conference loss. Unfortunately, they don't get to play either BYU or Cincinnati. So they need to hope that one of those two teams stumbles, if not both of those two.
They
teams.
will. Well, I think BYU plays Texas Tech, so they'll stumble.
It depends on if their quarterback is back.
Correct.
BYU is going to rock Texas Tech by 2 scores if he's not back.
If he's not back.
But even if he is back, it's a close game. I think BYU wins. I'm big on BYU.
Well, Cincinnati has to play BYU, so one of them will lose.
Yeah. It won't be BYU, I don't think. I think BYU looked good this week.
Oregon went cross-country, rolled Rutgers. It's Rutgers. I'm not going to get into that. Vandy, LSU, called this one. Had all the money on this one. This was Vandy -2. Not only were they a favorite for the first time ever in the history of their program against a top 10 team, they fucking delivered, dude. Pavia looked great.
Yeah, I took Vandy money line in this one.
This was an easy one, I thought. LSU.
Well, and like even last year, this game right here, you would have LSU plus 3.5 or minus 3.5, probably, right? Like Vanderbilt's a vastly improved program with the team they have now, and at their home stadium. Yeah, and LSU is just incompetent on
It was fucking loud there, dude. If you watch the game on television, Vandy kids were started to come out to the games. They believe in Pavia. It's a fun fucking team to watch, and to me, this was never in doubt. Now, the problem is, what do you do with Brian Kelly? So everybody after the game, LSU fans fucking hate him. They want him out of here.
Bring Coach O back. Honestly.
He wants it.
Why
he
would you
wants
not?
to come back.
He was a good coach there. He just like when in your second or third year you've got the best team in the history of college football. Anything after that's going to get you fired. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they fell off a cliff. Also, he had like off the field stuff.
Well,
Cheers.
that is gone now because he's divorced. But I don't know what you do with Brian Kelly. He's going to get offers. If you were to fire him after this year, let's say you did put Ogeron in there, probably gets an offer from Penn State, somewhere else, Florida.
Yeah, Brian Kelly. There are a lot of.
What do you do with Florida State? I mean, I watched that game.
Norvell's cooked.
That's it, right?
Yeah, Norvell's
but by the way,
they announced
I think Norvell would be good at a smaller school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they announced today that Norvell, they're going to make a decision on Norvell in the offseason, which means you're fired.
Yes.
They
He's
don't want-
gone.
they
I
don't want
watched
to
that
play the
Stanford game, by the way. I was up super fucking late.
Yeah.
Because my kids' championship didn't end until late. And so I came back and watched that and was like, my wife was like, hey, you're going to bed? And I was like, I don't think this team's going to win. So I stayed up and watched it. It was one of the greatest games of all time. They gave Florida State 900 bullshit chances at the end of that game.
Yeah.
Stanford won the game handily. Like, I've never seen anything like some of those calls at the end of the game. And then they were 6 inches short at the end, whatever. Georgia Tech continued to roll. Congratulations. USC, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is probably now in the playoffs, correct?
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, they would have to fuck up so bad. Go Navy.
This was all Jeremiah Love. They fucking fed him, and he ate their fucking run game apart.
Yeah.
228 yards there. Kalen Cothran, you can stop commenting on everybody's posts. You don't need to play a conference and all that other stuff. I get you're a Notre Dame fan. They have not won in 40 years. At this point, it shouldn't be a concern about a playoff, just winning a national championship, for Christ's sakes. Because
I mean, that's the standard there.
it should be, right?
Yeah.
But they're not treating it like that
they were just
anymore.
in the national championship game.
Well,
a little bit
last
lucky,
year.
but yeah.
Last year.
And they've been in one other one.
But it's
in the
not,
last
in
20,
my opinion, it's
10
no
years.
longer for Notre Dame to be a playoff team.
No.
You have to win it all.
What's recent coaching-wise, has there been anybody better there than Brian Kelly?
Freeman got further. So Freeman
made
probably.
it to the national championship.
I mean, Brian Kelly also made a national championship game. So
Was that the
Alabama year they got fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
Manti Te'o?
Yeah.
Was his girlfriend year?
Yeah.
Okay.
So both of them have made and lost badly in a national championship game. So they're about even right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Freeman's record at Notre Dame is so far, but Kelly's was just okay. It was like 92-39, which sounds good, right? If you're an NFL coach, that's good. If you're a coach at Notre Dame out of a conference, that's not good, especially when your main rivals are in the fucking ACC.
Right.
Plus USC, who's been irrelevant for a little while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I'm not sure, and if that rumor about Penn State is true, there, Who knows? But they're in now, and I hate to say it because it's like, all right, great.
It'll take a miracle. I mean, look.
Who would you take, Notre Dame versus Georgia or Alabama?
Alabama for sure.
I don't think Notre Dame can beat any of the other top
I
5
think
or
I
10
would take
teams.
Georgia too.
What about Indiana this year? Because they destroyed Indiana last year.
Oh, yeah, take Indiana right now.
Right now?
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
I'd still
This
take
is a
Notre
different
Dame.
Indiana
I'd still
team.
take Notre Dame over Indiana.
This is a different Indiana team than last year. It's crazy, and it's crazy.
You might get to see it again, by the way, in
Yeah.
the first rounds.
I hope so. That'd be sweet.
I think
know.
Notre Dame could beat Georgia Tech because they're one-dimensional.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think
They usually play, by the way.
they could beat Ole Miss for somewhat the same reason,
Mm-hmm.
and Vanderbilt for somewhat the same reason. A&M, I think they might be able to take as well. But the better teams, Ohio State, Indiana, Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, I don't think Notre Dame could beat any of those teams.
No, I don't either.
But we'll see.
Maybe Oregon.
Maybe Oregon.
Maybe
Maybe
Oregon.
Oregon.
Maybe we'll get
I
the
wasn't
chance.
impressed with Oregon in real life.
I will say even though Navy is good and I think undefeated, at Pitt is the only other place where I could see Notre Dame tripping
Did
up.
Pitt beat FSU?
Pitt has grabbed a few okay scalps. Let me see what their schedule
I think
was.
Pitt just beat FSU. I think that's what it was. 2 weeks ago, maybe.
They did, yeah. They beat FSU. They lost to Louisville, but gave them a game. Pitt's feisty.
Louisville's going to be ranked.
They are ranked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pitt's feisty. So that's the only other game
It's at Pitt.
Yes,
All right.
that's the main thing. If it was at Notre Dame, I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't care either. Next up was Utah, BYU. Excellent game here. BYU comes away with a 3-point victory. Yeah, they're for real. That's a big boy win, man.
Not just a big boy win, but their quarterback can run, but they have a legit – LJ Martin's a legit number 1 running back, and that's going to keep them in the game
every
against
game.
anybody.
Every game.
You know what I mean?
They'll be in every game because of that kid.
I don't think they're going to lose this year.
Missouri, Auburn. All right. Full disclosure on this one, Bob. By the time I got out of the championship game for my kid, it was the end of the fourth quarter heading into overtime.
Okay.
And so that's what I watched there. I saw Auburn's kicker missed.
He missed 3 kicks in the game.
Oh, my God, dude.
The poor guy shouldn't be kicking. He like had a medical issue last year. He had to have his large intestine removed. Lost a ton of weight.
Fuck.
And
Is that even possible?
So what, he's got a
play
sea
after
bag
that?
now?
I don't know. I would not want to be tackled with a sea bag on the field.
Yeah.
though.
No.
Or
if
tackle
that's your
somebody.
kink, dude.
Yeah.
But
Explosive
the
over.
poor
I guess
kid.
OBJ would like that.
Yeah, the poor kid missed a couple kicks. He's just not fully healthy, but they brought him back because before he got hurt, he was one of the best kickers in the country. So I felt a little bad there.
Yeah.
This is just Auburn's done this to everyone they've played. Man, they made Georgia look bad. They made A&M look bad. They made Oklahoma look bad.
They got a really good defense.
They made dude.
But even then, it speaks to Missouri's problem, which is their ceiling is Pribula turning the ball over.
Yes.
That's it.
They had 2 more picks in this game.
If when he doesn't turn the ball over, they fucking win
Yep.
handily most of the time.
I think, like I actually said in the preview of this game, as long as we're no worse than -1 in turnovers, we'll be fine. We were -1 in because we had a pick as well.
Yeah.
So it came out how it came out. I was saying to you off air, this is what sucks fucking ass about playing in the SEC. Like Auburn was 3-3, 0-3 in conference. If you're playing that game in the Big 12 or the ACC or half the Big 10, to be honest, like at Michigan State or something like that, I think Michigan State's a good comp for Auburn in the Big 10 in terms of like historical program success and stuff like that.
You know what's weird is like I'll look at it like Wisconsin. Here's the
Yeah.
difference over the weekends. Wisconsin Stadium was missing 20-25% of the stadium.
Yeah.
Against Ohio State.
Yeah.
I've never seen that in my entire lifetime. However, Auburn 3-3, only one more win in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Was fucking sold out, and the fans were going goddamn ballistic. 90,000 people. And I
Insane.
know this because of Hard AF. We're doing that test deal Circle K there. They sold out. Every fucking store, every kid was raging. Like,
Yeah.
they were ready for that fucking game.
And the crowd made a huge difference. Their defense is fucking crazy.
It's a great stadium to go to.
Yeah, it is unbelievable defense. So, whatever. You just got to survive, Auburn. That's all you got to do. We survived. That's fine. We still only have 1 loss. We got room for error. Huge game this week. That's all I.
And Auburn, having been a long time since I've been there and been back there now with this last trip, the town is awesome. The school is fucking awesome. The stadium's awesome. they're going to get recruits. Like it's an easy place to get to. From the Atlanta airport, that's only about an hour and 25-minute drive. So it's like, all right, cool, man. You can fly into a major city and then get right to Auburn because it's right on the border of Georgia. So like, watch them in the years to come. Hugh Freeze, if he can snap out of this funk of like getting these shitty calls out of his head and then getting his team back together, because it looked like he personally had given up on his team after a bad call for the second week in a row. And it's like, hey, man, that's not your fucking job. Like, your job is to get ready for the next play.
Yeah, he's a dickhead for sure.
He is.
But, I mean, like, they're loaded. They have at least one projected first-round draft pick on
defense. Their defense is so fucking good in real life. Like,
it's unbelievable.
That's the only thing that's keeping them in these games, by the way.
It mucks everything up. That's why
Jackson Arnold sucks dick.
Oh, he's awful. He's awful. But, I mean, like, even their receiver, Coleman, 108 yards. Like, that guy's a freak. He's fucking awesome. If they had someone who could get him the ball, it's a completely different story.
I 100% agree. And look, I still think that Alabama game is going to be tough because of this. Next up was Virginia barely beating Washington State. God bless it, bro.
Hey, Ole Miss did the same thing last weekend. Oof. Barely beat Wazoo.
That's right.
I don't know what Wazoo's doing lately, but whatever.
Yeah. Our boys at South Florida.
One more victory at Memphis this weekend, and they're going to be undefeated. Or they're going to be undefeated in conference and ranked when we get there.
Yes,
so
on
I'm
November
looking forward
6th.
to that. Yeah,
we will see you there at Bull's Liquor on November 6th. The show is at 2 p.m. By the way, that is a 7 kickoff, I believe. Next up, Texas, Kentucky. My God, man. So obviously everybody here is a Texas fan. When we went out to the game and watched this game. None of them, not one single fan was happy with this game. I don't even give a fuck that they won. They were like, this is pathetic.
Oh, yeah.
And this is awful. So, I mean, dude, 16-13.
I mean, just to be able to eke it out against a powerhouse like Kentucky.
Holy shit, dude.
To give up 31 of 40 passing to Kentucky is insane to me. And to only rush for 47 yards.
For Texas is bad.
It's not good. Yeah, I mean it's hard to say how much of this is Arch Manning and how much is that really really bad offensive line. I think it's just based on his mechanics. I think it's both as well.
Yeah.
But boy, that's rough.
Yeah. And then the next up, UAB fired their coach Trent Dilfer. Had a new coach. I don't know who it is. Came in and knocked off Memphis. Fucking congratulations, because Dan, to your point, South Florida's got to beat Memphis, and then boom, they go into conference undefeated to that game we're at. So I hope that happens. And then Cincinnati ended up rolling Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's program, Jesus Christ,
down as bad as it's probably the worst power conference program in the country.
I've never seen anything like the downfall of Oklahoma State.
It's
remember with Ollie Gordon, like, I mean, he was up for Heisman and all that other shit.
They were legit, dude. They were always a tough team in the Big 12. I mean, they should have probably made a national championship game in 2012 or something like that. It just fell off a cliff.
Yeah. Before we get to the NFL and then the doubleheader Monday night games, we'll get to our sponsors, MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Get off the couch and get into the action today with MyBookie.com. I've already placed my bets in Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. Everybody, after that fucking 8-team teaser, was asking me to post them on everywhere else. No. Just sign up for Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. It's a private group. I don't know what the rules are for posting everywhere else. I know that in a private group, I can post bets and shit all the time. So that's where they're at. That's where they live. And I put it up the day before every single fucking game. There was, I think, 8 or 9 of you who took that teaser with me. And holy shit, we won a fuck ton of money. An 8-leg teaser is... It's the meme that you see of like, hey, dude, you're going to lose one of these, right?
Yeah.
I thought for sure I was going to lose one of these. And as soon as that Missouri game got dragged into overtime, I almost wept. My kid won, and we beat Westlake. And then right after that, I hit that 8-leg teaser, and it was just tears of joy. Which one I was happier about? Tough call on that one. I don't know that I've ever hit an 8-game teaser in my life. Like, that shit that I do in Vegas is like a lottery
right,
thing.
You're just like, fuck it, I'm here.
Yeah.
I do it in baseball all the time, but in football, like because baseball, you're going money lines, and sometimes the pitching rotations just match up that way. There's a couple of sections during the season, Bob will know this, where you get a lot of starting pitcher 5 versus starting pitcher 1 matchups just because of the days off and all that shit. And some of those weeks you can rock a 10-game parlay. I'm telling you. But in football, that's Football, especially the NFL, is an any given Sunday kind of deal in a lot of these ways. The average margin of victory is 4.1 this year.
It is. Hey, if I text this to Ross's iMac over there, can you grab this, Ryan? All right. Because we'll post it on here. All right. There you go. Yeah, this is the beauty of MyBookie, and this is what you can do with teasers. Like, you've got 6, 6.5, 7, all that shit. What do you have there? What's that?
It gets fucked up
Send it one
sometimes.
more time. Okay.
Just post that picture of Steven Seagal right there. Who cares?
Yeah,
put that up
that's
there.
fine.
There we go.
Ross's MacBook Pro. No, it's Ross's. There you go. Boom.
Yeah, an 8-legger is a monster.
Get it? There it is.
In college with teasers and 8-leg.
Holy shit. So, yeah, pop this up. So it was Vanderbilt +5, Bulldogs pick'em, Ohio State -18, Arizona State +14, because I thought that would win outright. Kentucky, what was it, +18.5. Bama -1, USC +17. And then Auburn was the last one there at that fucking bar. So $250 is what I put on that. Paid off at $4,000, $4,000 fucking dollars, dude. Wow. And then the other one I hit was the 13-point teaser, which I did tonight. So if you're out there, especially with these Monday night games that are now double headers, if you do the teams that you think are going to win and the over-unders, that counts as 4. You can add 13 to all of it and really enjoy all the games, because that's really all I want to do tonight. I'm not trying to pay a fucking mortgage, and please don't do that either. This is a goddamn freak thing. I've never hit an 8-game teaser in my life, so let's not pretend that this is going to happen every weekend. It isn't. And also, I've been dog shit in the NFL. Yesterday, I won the Eagles, and God, who killed me yesterday? The Raiders. I had the Raiders +19 on every fucking teaser, and they
It's a
lost
goddamn
31-0.
rivalry game.
I know.
They never get this game. This game is never a blowout, and sometimes the underdog wins just because it's like one of the most vicious rivalries in all of professional football. But man,
Not in a million years did I think that they would not score a point, because Geno Smith was healthy.
Yeah, the Chiefs have just been activated.
They sure have, and it's a problem. We'll talk about that in a minute. But again, these are a miracle, so don't think that I can do this every week. It's Jesus Christ. It was awesome, but I sincerely doubt it'll happen again to hit a goddamn 8-game teaser. But that's the fun of it. So if you just want to have fun, even bet a little bit of money on this. It really is like a lottery ticket, and it's just fun to watch all the games for the weekend, for Christ's sakes. Same with tonight's games. You can do the same thing tonight. Go to mybookie.com, enter that promo code Drinkin Bros to double that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Next up, we got drinkinbrostickets.com. All right, Dan, there was a new one that came in today, because we see the back end of this, and I wanted to ask you about it. You want to talk about all the tickets? I always make this joke in the show, and they're $10 cheaper than StubHub. Dan, this one was Veterans United Home Loans Amphitheater for Hardy. Who is Hardy?
Oh, Hardy's a country artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
it's like rock country kind of, I guess.
Yeah, he had that
something.
great song about finding some lady on the road and killing her domestic abuser.
Really?
Man, I forget what it was called. It fucking goes, though. It's
Big fan of that.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. So, like, literally anything. I mean, I'd never heard of Hardy. That fucking rocks, dude. You can buy everything on there. Concerts, football games, NFL tickets, shit. Even
Wait in the truck. Wait in the truck.
Wait in the truck, bitch.
Yeah.
Was it bitch at the end? Or?
No. He treats her nice.
Oh, he does?
She's been
Okay.
through enough.
Now, there is one of these games that I do want to bring up because tonight's it's the Lions. The Lions for the last 2 years, ever since Dan Campbell came there, have been the highest priced tickets in the NFL. Shocking because it's Detroit.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
everyone-
who's got that money, but like last row in tonight's game is $267, dude.
They're Lions fans, man. They fucking.
I know, but it used to be $8 for a Lions ticket. They were wearing bags on their heads
Yeah,
and
but
everything
there's-
else. You want to talk about a reversal of a franchise?
Yeah, they've
That's
never
a
been.
lot of
They've
fucking
never
money,
been this
dude.
good for this long.
Man.
Ever. Even with Stafford and Megatron.
Yeah. Next up is hardafseltzer.com. Tuscaloosa, Auburn. Buy out the Circle Ks. We've got 16 days left on that deal, and then the Panhandle as well. Dan and I will be down there on November 6th for the last day of this test run there. And, yeah, man, it's the variety packs. Buy them out. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Auburn, Alabama. Just go to hardafseltzer.com. Enter that store locator, city or zip. It'll take you to the closest location nearest you. Some of these are like 15 to 20 minutes outside of Tuscaloosa. I was there. One of them is not in a great area, but chances are your straps should be fine.
Alabama is a constitutional carry state, so I wouldn't be too concerned about that.
Great. But please continue to buy them out through November 6th. That's when it ends. We get the numbers back, and then we'll know their decision by Christmas. And so far, so good, man. We've been killing it there. Buy these fucking stores out. And then Michigan. We're in the UP. Chris, we had a bunch of Wisconsin fans who were in here. All those Chris gas stations got it up there. All those USA to Go's have the tall boys. And there is a lot of Texas stores that now have the tall boys. Mentioned those last week. Ryan Mills has been out in these streets getting those tall boys in every fucking nook and cranny possible.
Yeah, he put one in my nook.
Did he?
Not my cranny. Though.
Okay. I was going to say, it was the cranny there? No,
the cranny is just for her.
And then Albertsons in Idaho and Montana, man. Those are all stocked up. All those pump town stations. Was it Town Pump up there in Montana? Mm-hmm. Those got them all. HEB's got the tall boys, man, and every Total Wine there is. Tampa is everywhere. Gerard hit me up. He was like, dude, I had a gig in Tampa. He goes, Jesus Christ, man, you guys are in every fucking store down there. We'll find out when we get there on November 6th. But go to hardyseltzer.com today and buy out Tuscaloosa and Auburn specifically, and we will win. That'll put us in 3,000 stores in the Southeast. It'll change the company overnight. All right, let's get to tonight's games, shall we? Monday nights, got another double header here, and then we'll get to a triple header because I think that game's actually not only more important, but more exciting. Yeah. However, football is still king, and the ratings will still be better than a Game 7 here tonight. Sorry about it. It is what it is. First up, I should say, is Buccaneers-Lions. Awesome game. This is Detroit's -6.5 at home. Agbuka is a game-time decision there, so he might be back for Tampa in this one. Who do you got, D'Anthony?
This is the most difficult game so far this season to call.
I agree.
It's two of the top 5 teams against the spread in the NFL. It's teams that, I mean, you can look on the sheet here. The Bucs are 3-0 away. The Lions are 2-0 at home.
Yep.
They both score points. They both play extremely well. Both the coach and the quarterback, all on both teams, play extremely well in crunch time, right? -6.5. I mean, I've got to go with the Bucs because it's probably just the only other data point that I have is that the average margin of victory in the NFL is 4.1 this year, and these are two reasonably commensurate teams. So I think at 4.1, I go Bucs +6.5, and I win.
I have been awful in the NFL this year. The only team that has not let me down this entire season, and I am literally 6-0 against the spread, is Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, even with the teasers and all that shit, because they covered against the Eagles, and that one loss they had, they still covered in that. And with the teaser and all that other fun shit, I agree with you. It's the hardest game to call. Bob, who do you got?
I'll take the Bucs to cover.
Okay.
Could not begin to tell you who's going to win.
Yeah. Either one
over
of these
under
teams could
53
win,
and a half. I mean, I've been terrible in those two. Let's take Thursday night's game. Pittsburgh against Cincy. You got Joe Flacco, 40, 41, against Aaron Rodgers, 40, 41. I don't know how old their actual age is. They scored 65 fucking points in that game. I drove up the under all the way to 51 and lost that fucking game. It wasn't even close. T. Higgins, by the way, if he doesn't slide at the end, there would have been more points.
Right.
Like, there was no deal. I've never seen like it. 2 41-year-old quarterbacks. One, it doesn't even know the goddamn playbook. All he kept doing was throwing the same pass, the 10-yard out to Jamar Chase over
300.
Yeah,
when
you've got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Noah Fant, you don't really need to know a playbook.
He threw the same pass, though, 4 times in a row to Jamar Chase. He was 3 out of 4. One of them went out of bounds. But I've never seen anything like it, dude. And they won the game. So for me, I will wait until this next one and tell you what I did, because I'll ask you guys this. Texans at Seahawks. This is Seahawks -3.5.
Seahawks.
Now, their entire city is going to be watching that Mariners game tonight. So I don't know. You're getting the same crowd as you always do.
Maybe you do. Tickets probably a little cheaper than they normally would be for a Monday night game.
They are. They're $50.
Yeah.
And so, clearly everybody's going to be watching that Mariners game somewhere, because have the Mariners ever been in the championship?
They've never been to the World Series. Ever.
Not even when they were the Pilots.
Really?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Who do you got in the Texans game?
Seahawks.
Okay.
-3.5. Seahawks are 67% against the spread. Houston is 40, and they're on the road.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't really believe in this Texans team. They're weird.
Defense is good, though. Look at the over-under is 41.5. Defense is good.
I know.
They're going to try, like their game is to try to shut down Kenneth Walker and to get a turnover. That's what they have to do to win.
I mean, they basically, just looking at their schedule, they've lost to the 3 good teams they've played and beaten the 2 bad teams they've played.
Yeah.
Seahawks are good. Give me the Seahawks to win by like a touchdown at least.
So with the 4 things that I mentioned, because I didn't pick the earlier game, here's what I actually did, and it's already posted in Drinkin Bros Sports. With the 4, you get a 13-point teaser on MyBookie. I dropped the over for the Buccaneers game down to 40. I know it's up a half a point now. Earlier it was at 40. I took Buccaneers plus 19.5 because they gave me that 13 on that one.
Yeah.
And then I took the Texans plus 16.5, and then I dropped this over under because when I got it this morning, it was at 41. It's at 28 points. If you cannot score more than 28 points in an NFL game, you do not deserve to be playing in the NFL. That's where I went with all of these picks tonight. And then Major League Baseball. It's the Blue Jays at home against the Mariners, Game 7 to go to the World Series. You don't get any better than this.
Nope.
Who you got, Dan?
Shane Bieber.
Okay.
Shane Bieber for the Blue Jays.
Yep.
6 innings, 1 run, 9 strikeouts.
The Mariners pitcher in Game 3 looked horrific.
George Kirby?
Yeah.
The guy who's pitching tonight?
Yep.
He got rocked.
Rocked.
Now, he's a good pitcher, but that's not great.
No.
Also, you got to remember.
Vlad Guerrero's on fire.
Yeah, Kirby in his last game gave up 8 runs. Now, say whatever you want about that, but Springer hit him. Guerrero is on fire right now. He's hitting like 430 or some shit.
6 postseason home runs, I think.
Yeah.
Springer's a G. Springer had a complete comeback this year. He was probably the best postseason player for the early iteration of the Astros dynasty. I mean, he was a fucking animal in that 2017 World Series. Maybe he knew it was coming, but regardless, George Springer's a badass. Is his knee okay? I saw he got fucking drilled and was maybe going to miss a game, but I don't think he did.
No, he was. Yeah, he kind of favored it walking away from a strikeout last night after he taken one up and in.
Yeah,
he just kind of bent weird, but he was walking normal afterwards. I think he's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, Springer's got a couple home runs. Vlad's got 6 now. Barger has been doing well down to the bottom of the lineup.
This team feels like it found its groove. It's on fire. I already put 300. If you go to Drinkin Bros Sports on Facebook, the private group, I already put 300 on the Blue Jays tonight. Who you got?
Boy. By the way, this game has humongous implications for the Dodgers, by the way, because if the Blue Jays win, they have home field. And if the Mariners win, the Dodgers have home field.
Yep.
So I know who the Dodgers are rooting for. Man, I just like Kirby's been a part of this Mariners team from the jump. I kind of like the Mariners to win. I think the Blue Jays are the only one that have a shot to beat the Dodgers, though. But I'll take the Mariners.
Your hatred for the Dodgers, by the way, Bob, is driving them to a dynasty. This will be their 3rd World Series in the last 5 years. I firmly believe they're going to win. I watched that game, man. I've watched every game for the Dodgers. You got 5 Hall of Famers in that lineup on that team. I mean, it's just, how do you beat them? Shohei, that was the greatest performance that's the greatest athletic performance I've ever seen in my entire life. Other than Dion switching fields on that one day when he took a helicopter during the playoffs, that's the only thing that has impressed me more than what I saw over the weekend.
Yeah, there's probably only like 4 or 5 athletes that are remotely comparable to Shohei Ohtani, like all time.
3 home runs, 6 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts, 1 hit. What the fuck? I mean, it's almost weird to say that the $700 million that he got is
a deal.
Is a steal, but it is.
Yeah,
because they're selling shit globally, dude.
Oh yeah. By the way, the MLB will jizz their pants if the Blue Jays win, because then you have the most international World Series you could hope for between Ohtani.
Ratings everywhere. Yes, it's
now you've got 3 entire countries tuned in to.
Oh God. They will jack off in the sky.
Yeah.
And if there's a close pitch tonight, it's going the Blue Jays' way. I can promise you that. And look, even as an American, like Vlad Guerrero Jr. is a fucking superstar. Like, I want to see him play. I like Cal Raleigh. I just like Vlad Guerrero better, like as a superstar. Where I'm like,
he's got more aura.
Yeah.
More juice.
Pizzazz.
Yeah.
Pizzazz, if you will. I like that.
The Dodgers bullpen has been really bad in the playoffs.
It doesn't matter.
They've overcome it so far.
Matter.
We'll see how it goes.
Every year you guys say the Dodgers bullpen is bad. Every
No,
year
their
know why
bullpen used to be their strength. Their starting pitching used to be their problem.
Yeah. Do you know why I'm always hesitant about the Dodgers? You're like, oh, they got 5 Hall of Famers on their team or whatever. We goddamn grew up watching a team with 6 Hall of Famers lose again and again and again.
But these guys actually win.
No, they
won
don't.
one.
They do.
They've won one.
This would be their third in the last 5 years.
Don't lose me with the COVID bullshit.
Yeah,
lose me with
come
that
on.
40-game season and a fucking World Series where Clayton Kershaw got to pitch like it was July instead of October.
Yeah. Come on.
That is throw that out the window. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, they won one.
They've won one.
And
I'd take a COVID World Series if it was the Braves.
I'm glad that we lost in that NLCS. If that was our only World Series, it would be the emptiest fucking feeling. Do you know how relieved Dodgers fans were that they won last year?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Because if that's what all you're walking away with is the bubble World Series.
Did you see Dave Roberts' statement to the world live on the field after that game?
No, I didn't
When
care.
they interviewed him and they gave Shohei Ohtani the MVP and he used his translator, even though he fucking understood every goddamn word he said in English. Cocksucker.
No, I get why he doesn't want to do that because he understands it, but I don't think he speaks it like super well. And you just sound like an idiot if you're not speaking the language.
No.
also
there's a
he's
guy in
not.
prison.
Also, he's not talking to you. He's talking to the 90 million people where he came from.
I agree. And by the way, I think the Dodgers also say, hey, we'll have everybody else speak, and then you speak in Japanese so we can get all that fucking money coming in from overseas for jersey sales and all that shit. I truly think that is part of their strategy. However, he does speak English.
I wouldn't want to speak a language that I hadn't like come close to mastering because you do. You just sound like a putz when you're not a putz. You know what I mean? You just sound dumb. Like, yo soy Rob, muy happyo for wino. Like fucking. You sound like a moron.
Yeah, you do sound like a moron. However, you should stunt on the place where you've come to dominate.
I agree with that.
I mean?
Yeah.
So, I would just speak straight Japanese and look right into the camera, not even wait for the translator. I'd walk off after my statement.
He was this close, by the way, to answering a question, and he was like, oh, shit, I got to wait for the translator. Yeah. But, I mean, I'm looking at this, guys. It's Ohtani leading off, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, dude. Yeah. What do you think Freddie's going to do in the World Series?
He was the MVP last
Hernandez.
time.
Fucking Toko La Guitarra Hernandez, dude. Always shows up in the playoffs, in the World Series.
He's also
Muncy.
He spent a lot of time in Toronto, so he's going to be tuned up for that series to go back home and play there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I say home. He's from Latin America, but like he's going to be tuned up to go play there. The Dodgers are definitely the best team. We've all agreed on that, I think, from the outset. It's just a matter of like situational stuff. If the Blue Jays, by the way, for example, Bo Bichette was out for the ALCS, which is probably why it's been so rough for them.
Is he playing, though? Is there a shot that he'll play the World Series?
I don't know, to be honest. I hope so. I mean,
Look that up, Bob, because if so, that would be a fun fucking lineup.
He's been DHing for them this year and hit 311 with like 18 or 19 bombs, I think, something like that, 94 RBI, if I remember correctly. He had a good season.
Yeah.
Just hurt down the stretch. And, if they get him back, him and Vladdy in the same lineup, now you're in business. And their pitching is good, too. Dodgers starting pitching is better than anybody in baseball, there's no question. But
and especially if Ohtani shows up again. I mean, that was...
Oh, he will. He doesn't pitch bad games.
I know.
Like almost every time it's a quality start.
Toronto is holding out hope that he could return for the World Series. As of 4 days ago, something like that. So, decent chance. He'll probably...
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Why not? Well, I mean, what do you have to lose, I guess, at that point? Unless I don't know how severe his injury is.
Yeah.
But either way, it's been fun. I mean, they swept the Brewers, and it just wasn't...
That's the Brewers,
close
though.
to...
The Brewers exist to be sacrificed to better teams.
Bob, you picked the Brewers, though, in that series.
The Brewers, that was a mistake. I mean, you look at these teams on the field, it's just not close. So you're just like, all right, Jesus Christ. And what was the $2 billion thing they were talking about afterwards? You said it paid for itself or close to? Because they owe $2 billion for in 10 years.
Just for Ohtani, like they've already made the revenue back from his entire $700 million contract, even though they haven't started paying it yet because he's only making $1 million this year.
Really?
Yeah.
The weird thing too is when they panned up, because I used to sit in those seats all the time just to go, because it was fun. It's a fun stadium, Dodger Stadium that is. It was not sold out. So like none of these home games were sold out.
In one inning.
It was in the sixth. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
It's only going to be sold
the right
out.
Field upper deck was still open.
LA is only ever sold out from
the World Series.
from the the bottom of the third or later until, depending on if they are winning or losing, until the 7th to 9th.
Also, can you think of a lower stakes game? You're up 3-0 on the Brewers.
If Shohei's pitching, there's no way I want to miss that game.
That's fair. Yeah, that's crazy. But that's another reason. Fuck the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean,
can't
for
even
real,
sell out
they
their goddamn games.
didn't even sell out the NLCS to go to the championship.
Yeah.
To go to the World Series. Wild to me. We'll flip on over to the NFL here real quick to close this out. Look, man, the Chiefs appear to be back with Rashee Rice. He had 2 touchdowns. Hollywood Brown is finally healthy. Rashee Rice. This is the first time they've had all 3 receivers that they actually paid for.
Xavier Worthy.
On the fucking field at the same time, and they look goddamn dominant.
I mean, that receiving core is fucking stupid. Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce, and that Thornton kid is really good too. I think.
Yes, so do I. He's a deep threat. He's fast as fuck.
This team is fully activated.
Thank God I don't look like a jackass anymore for picking them for the thing. But, man, that is a dangerous, dangerous team now. Josh Simmons is coming back from an injury there. And, yeah, dude, look out for the Chiefs the rest of the year.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be...
And the rest of the division's kind of like blowing it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they had a nice little start to the season. Like, the Chiefs are down a little bit, and the Chargers keep losing. Not that there's anything wrong with losing to the Colts at this point. But the Chargers keep losing, and the Broncos, they're holding on. They're holding on, but they're only a game up.
The Broncos game, by the way, full disclosure, Derek went. We'll ask him about this here. I'm curious to see if he left.
No,
I stopped watching the game.
I don't think he left. But...
They were down by 32 fucking points. Dude.
Yeah, I think he posted a video of him there during the comeback. By the way, they've won 4 in a row.
Who?
The Broncos.
I know, but that was the largest. Was that the largest comeback in NFL history? They scored 33 points in the fourth quarter.
It's got to be close.
Yeah.
I turned it off. I didn't even watch it.
Yeah.
I didn't know the answer to that game until I woke up this morning to prepare for this show. Because I was like, that game is fucking over, dude.
You're like, what? What is that?
But yeah, and then I look at the Rams. Jaguars on the road, flying all the way across country, and you win 35-7, dude. The Rams are fucking good.
They're legit.
They are good.
They
get a good defense. That touchdown was a garbage touchdown at the end of the game, but or else they would have won 35-0.
Yeah. No, the Rams are. I mean, the NFC is shaking out to be really interesting between the 2 teams that are playing tonight, and the Rams and even the Eagles. Still, it's going to be a fascinating fucking playoff.
It is for the NFC. I'm juiced. This is go. Saints and Bears, no need. Dolphins and Browns,
let's talk.
no
I
need.
think we need to talk about the 4-2 Chicago Bears.
No, we don't. They've just played awful teams, dude. They played the Vikings. Lions are great. It's fine.
You're just being a hater at this point.
For who? The Bears?
Just in general. Caleb Williams is a superstar.
Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows it.
I just want to read you 2 scores back to back. Do you mind?
Yeah.
They beat the Raiders 25-24.
Yeah.
They beat the
Gutty.
Redskins the next week.
Yeah.
Same exact score, 25-24. Do you know how hard it is to score just 25 points in the NFL? That grid never wins in any fashion whatsoever.
Right.
25. If you get a 5 in a Super Bowl grid, you're like, fuck, I'll never get this. 25-24 in 2 games, and then the next game was 26-14 against the Saints. If Lamar Jackson's playing this week, we'll see. I still do not believe in the Bears, so I don't really. I'm not doing this bullshit. I'm not. I know they're 4-2. Congratulations. Dolphins, Browns. All right. Here's a candidate I would love to see in college. I would love to see the coach for
Mike
the
McDaniel?
Dolphins. Yes, I think he'd be great for an air raid fucking system somewhere that wouldn't expect it, like a fucking Penn State or somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know what the recruiting is or what his background is like before, because he was at the Rams before.
He was
right?
all pros. It's all been the pros. His whole career has been in the pros.
What happened if you took that kid? He's not a kid. He's a grown man.
Yeah.
Looks like a child, but.
I don't know. I mean, the system he tried to build for the NFL just is not.
It's not, but it looks like a fun college system.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a college system that can like win. It can
Score a lot of points.
It can win games, but I
Score a
don't know
lot
if
of
it
points.
can win conferences or win playoff games.
Well, so the thing that wins when you're a top level Big Ten or an SEC school, the thing that wins is consistency, right? Mm-hmm. Converting on third downs and scoring in the last 4 minutes of the game when you need to. That's what I mean. We've seen Georgia do that shit all year.
Auburn lost that game because of it.
Yeah,
They couldn't do fucking anything.
Same thing with Ole Miss this week. That's why Ole Miss lost,
Yeah.
because Georgia could fucking execute. Those air raid offenses are fun, but when's the last time you saw one win a natty?
But when they do win a natty, it's coupled with like a freak defense.
One
because,
other element. Yeah.
Because Alabama had that. I mean,
or the
that Mac
ability to
Jones-
run the ball really well is a big
Yeah.
part of their
Yeah.
raw offense. It's got to be something else.
And
yeah.
LSU the year before. I mean, that was obviously they were slinging it left and right. But again, it's coupled with freaks everywhere on defense and stuff like that. And Ohio State with a little bit with Will Howard, but I feel like more so in years past when they were really good. They had like they could sling the ball, but they still had.
This is the greatest goddamn defense I've seen
Freak
for them
defense.
this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
So
allowing
it's-
5 points a game. I mean, it's nuts.
So
They're-
if you can make good coordinator hires and get someone to recruit the defense, and I mean, because I do think he is a guy that people would like enjoy, kids enjoy playing
yes,
for.
you show up, he's cool, dude.
Yeah.
And I bet he's got the cool shit, and he knows all the fucking lingo.
Yeah.
And I bet you he'd be fun to play for. 'Cause let's face it, I don't think he's going to be the coach of the Dolphins anymore after this year.
No, he's fired for sure.
So why not give him a shot at Florida?
I think
Florida would be
I think
a blast.
I think Florida State would be a better spot for him.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Either
Let him go.
Yeah.
I would love to see him in college. That's all. Chiefs rolled the Raiders. I lost all my parlays and everything just because of this one fucking game. I was the only one I lost. It's a stupid game. 31-0. Congratulations. You guys have figured it out. Now I have the future on you and win the fucking Super Bowl, which is great, but Jesus, man. Eagles, Vikings, easiest pick of the weekend. This was a 1.5. I don't really understand why, but Jalen Hurts, 19-23, 3 touchdowns. It looked like he figured it the fuck out. So good for him. Panthers, Jets. They bench Fields. He is done. He is broken. This is a broken man who looks afraid, doesn't know what's going on. They only had 6 pass attempts in the first half.
Yeah.
This is a kid who is fucking broken, man, and I don't think he can ever be an NFL quarterback.
I can fix him.
You think so?
Yeah.
How?
DMT.
Just got to start
A
over.
mind erase his whole
No,
NFL career?
that's not what it does. First of all, and secondly, no, he just needs to get past the mental blocks he has. He has the talent.
He does too, but the things he's doing here aren't what he did in college. So
Yeah, he's reacting. He's reacting, which is not great. You know what I mean? Like reactionary action on a playing surface usually means you're going to lose. Action is faster than reaction. That's gunfighting, but that's reality. And he's not only is he reactive, but he's tentative as well. And those two things together equals a 0.5 to 1 second delay in everything you do, and that is the difference between success and failure in the NFL. Maybe in college you can get away with that, but in the NFL it's a quarter second to a half second. That's where the decisions are made.
Yeah, man. And he's not doing it. They're 0-7. I haven't seen a team this bad in a long time.
The Browns.
Well, the
And
Browns have won a game.
17.
That's right. They lost. Did they lose every game?
They have.
What
before,
year was
I
it?
think.
14 or 15 when they
Yeah.
lost every game? I don't remember what year it was. Maybe it was 13.
Well, I forget.
They went 0-16 one year.
17.
It was 17, yeah. Okay.
All right. Next up is Giants Broncos. All right. It was 32-0 going into the.
No. The Giants scored 13.
No. I'm sorry. Fucking. What was it going into the goddamn fourth quarter there? 12. It was 19-0.
Yeah.
I turned it off. No need. Walked away. I could not believe this fucking score this morning. I don't know what happened because I didn't watch it. And like this is full honesty here. Did you guys watch the rest of this?
I didn't catch this game. I just saw the highlights, but yeah, that's fucking. It's not that. It wouldn't be that crazy if they just came back from 19-0 in the fourth, like gave him a donut and scored 3 touchdowns. Like, oh, that's pretty good. That's fucking wild, but like not insane. The fact that the Giants still scored 13 in the fourth.
And they scored
won,
33. I've never seen an NFL team score 33
one of the
points
biggest quarters I've ever seen in my life.
in a quarter.
NFL. Yeah.
That's how many touchdowns is that? 4?
Yeah.
5?
5. Well, four
Four.
and a field goal, and then the Giants
Were they going for
had
2?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one,
Okay.
one or two times, yeah. And then the Giants scored 2 times, yeah. The Giants scored 2 touchdowns of their own as well. So it's like, the Broncos came out in the fourth quarter and they scored within a minute. I mean, they were already down the field a little bit, but they scored in the first minute. And then the Giants come back and put a 4-minute drive on them and score immediately, right? Just like scored again. And then Bonix took over after that.
He finally woke up. It looked like they'd given up this game. We'll talk more with Derek about this when he gets there because I believe he was at the game. I don't know if he stayed for the whole thing. But next up, Colts Chargers, man. Colts are fucking for real. They rolled the Chargers in this one, man.
Yep.
And Herbert had a great game. He had 420 and 3 touchdowns, and they still beat them by two scores?
Yeah, this Colts team's insane. Like, this is a freight train.
This is 6-1 right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. They might get a 1 seed?
They're in the driver's seat for it right now.
Unless something crazy happens, because they still play in that division too. Tyler Warren is on pace for 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns right now.
All of it is working. The run game, fucking Jonathan Taylor, 16 carries, 94 yards, 3 touchdowns. Everything is working for the Colts right now.
Yeah.
Everything.
I mean,
By the way, as of right now, and look, we're still not early, but we're getting close to midway through the season. Daniel Jones has the best QBR under pressure of any quarterback in NFL history right now so far this season, which is to say under pressure, the way they defined it, somebody bearing down on you or within certain amount of yards from you. The NFL average is 20 QBR. His is 96.
The difference is when you believe in your line, you can take that extra 0.2 seconds and get off a ball, right? If you're in New York, which is where he was, he did not believe in that line,
Or
and
believe
his
in
leg
your,
was going to get broken in
or
half.
believe in your receivers to actually be in the spot that you're throwing it to.
Yeah.
As well, right? It's both of those things, and they have it in Indy.
Yeah, so
And they just happen to have Jonathan Taylor, right? Because you see teams that'll bring in a new group and the line's good, receivers and quarterback get on, but late in games they have problems because they can't run the fucking ball, right? They have problems closing out mostly is what happens. They don't have that fucking problem. Jonathan Taylor's a top 5 running back.
So I woke up with extra money in my account this morning from MyBookie, and I couldn't figure out where it came from. It was from the NFL pre-prediction show where it was 5.5 for the Colts, and I said that they would win over with Daniel Jones there.
Yeah.
That was what it was. They've already won 6.
Yeah.
We're 7 games into the year, and they've already beaten their over for the season. This is wild.
They're nuts. I will say they probably have played their easiest stretch of the entire year to date. It gets tougher. This was their easiest stretch for sure.
Who's the rest of it?
They get the Titans next week, so that's fine. But then it's at Steelers, Falcons, at Chiefs, Texans, whatever, at Jaguars, at Seahawks versus the 49ers. Like that is that's their rough.
I don't know who the Falcons are. I think they win that game.
I'm sure that's probably their second most favorable game in that stretch, behind playing the Texans. I think the Falcons are better than the Texans.
You know what would be really funny is if the Colts win the Super Bowl.
It'd be hilarious.
And for 2 consecutive seasons, their best offensive player left the Giants, went to a new team, and they won the goddamn Super Bowl.
Oh.
I would laugh my ass off. Redskins, Cowboys. Look, man, Dak Prescott, first quarterback to throw for 3 touchdowns with no interceptions in 4 consecutive games in, I guess, Cowboys history.
Offense is humming. He's you give him Pickens and CeeDee Lamb.
Lamb was back.
Yeah.
And Pickens. Yeah. And then, Williams at running back is good. Mm-hmm. So, like,
he had
they just don't have a
Too,
defense.
yeah.
And if they did, this team could be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, the Redskins have just they're so banged up. They didn't have none of their starting receivers.
McLaren was out.
All 3.
All of them, yeah.
Scary Terry's out. Debo is out. Everybody's out. So and
I think Daniels got hurt again. Maybe.
Yeah, they shouldn't have even played him, to be honest.
Well, he's been hurt, I think, twice this year. Yeah. So next up was Packers, Cardinals. Another game without Kyler Murray, and Packers eked it out. They're 4-1.
Jacoby Brissett's got better numbers than Kyler Murray this year. They should stick with him.
Yeah,
the rest of the year.
Kyler Murray, Jacoby Brissett is not a bad quarterback. He's had success all over the place. Just leave him.
Yep.
Just leave him alone. And then the Falcons.
Guys, I tell you every week, man, and it's not a homer thing or whatever. I finally drove up the points on this last night. Didn't work. Nothing worked. Nothing worked. Nothing has ever worked with these goddamn teams. Penix, 21 of 38. God, he was awful. I mean, he didn't. I mean, the end of the game, too, man.
I will say, in Penix's defense at the end of the game, when they were driving still with a chance to win, 2 bad drops that cost the Falcons drives. Drake London dropped that ball, hit him right in the fucking dick, dropped it. And then I forget who the other guy was, but, I mean, Penix threw a dime downfield, and the dude dove out to get it, hit him in the hands, fucking dropped it. Both of those were huge, would have been huge plays.
Yeah. And any other year other than the last 2, the Falcons would still be in play. because of how weak that division is.
Right.
But the Bucs are good.
Bucs
they're fucked. Atlanta's already out of the playoffs right
They're
now.
3-3 right now, and I don't know who this team. You scored 10 points for.
There's no
sakes.
help coming, like you don't get quarterbacks mid-season.
No. And they're going to ride with this. The coach looks confused. He didn't know what to fucking do when they were down last night. Like, all of it's a mess. Bijan had 40 yards. Why are you only giving Bijan the ball 14 times? That guy's the best in the NFL. I don't really fucking get it.
San Francisco somehow hanging. The NFC West race is. The Rams.
I know.
Rams look like maybe the best team in the NFC, and they're fucking tied for first in the NFC West, and the Seahawks could be tied with them as well if they win tonight, which I think they will.
Do you know what my coach of the year is right now?
Shanahan?
Yes. This been you have Mac Jones. It doesn't matter who's been hurt.
Yep.
Who's in the goddamn game. I didn't recognize half these fucking people last night.
They also lost Debo in the offseason. Ayuk's been out a lot this year.
Jawan Jennings is your guy, right?
He's good.
But he only had 31 yards.
Yeah.
Sky Moore was your next guy at 15.
Christian did the work.
He did all the work.
Yeah.
24 carries, 129 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
And what that tells
when he's
me,
healthy, he's amazing.
What that tells me is that the Rams are definitely going to win this division because McCaffrey can't carry it into the late season like that.
Yeah.
He's going to get hurt.
And by the way, like the 2 losses that the Niners have are not bad losses.
No.
At the Bucs and then against the Jags. Jags are a good team, good enough to beat them, but they won at Seattle. They fucking won at the Rams, although that was a home game for them, really, the way that Niners fans show up to that. And then quality win against the Falcons. Like the Niners seem to be legit.
Yeah. So a few things here to cap off the show. McDaniel said he is going to stick with Tua at QB, expects less INTs. That's fine. Ride him into the ground. That's your career as well. And,
I will say, they betted on Tua. He betted on Tua.
And he's going to live and die with Tua.
Yeah.
That's it. Next up was, who is this? Oh, Dayball. No staff changes after Mile High collapse. Why? Why would you not fire a defensive coordinator after that fucking game? Like, get him out of there.
What's the point? Do you even want to win?
I don't think
Do you
he's going to be
wanna
there. Here's the thing. Watching that game last night, I love watching Jackson Dart, and I love watching Cam Scatterboot play football.
Yeah, they're good.
I want a different coach there and everything else, so I would wipe out this entire
I
staff
think
in the offseason.
if I'm Giants ownership, I let it ride.
You'd have Malik Neighbors.
Yep.
You've had Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterboot next year healthy.
Yep.
And
High
a brand new
draft pick.
coaching staff, high draft pick.
Yeah.
Speaking of Scatabo, not to cut you off or nothing, but
No, you're good.
runs in what is essentially a wide open score on the run. Tucks anyways, runs into the guy.
With his head.
Why?
I thought the same thing when I was watching
He's
it.
like, and then what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
That guy was 5 yards deep in the end zone,
Yeah.
and he speared him.
Yeah, look, I mean, none of us are looking forward to watching the tragic Cam Scatterboot documentary in 30 years, but we're all excited to watch him play right now. Okay, that's what we call a tomorrow problem.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's a Sacramento boy. He's from Rio Linda.
Yup, that's one of ours.
There you go.
They're just like fucking
Who cares?
crazy.
knuckleheads up there.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Isn't, what's his nuts, Diaz from up there, too?
No, he's from Stockton.
Stockton, bit lower, bit more south.
I want to beat him, man. I'll kick that guy's ass, man.
The
Shout out
small
to him,
town people in California, like Inland Empire, and then the Truckee, Rio Linda area, and then Stockton area, it's nothing but fucking fight people that want to get in fist fights all the time.
Okay.
It's so weird. You wouldn't think of it that way.
I've never gone up there.
It's just the ancestral remnants of all the fucked up gold miners.
The 49ers,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
actual 49ers.
Yeah.
They all got driven out of the coastal towns by hippies, and now they're just murdering people.
Why not?
Like
Why
that's
not?
their bloodline essentially. Is the lunatics who went out there to carve a mountain.
And this other thing, this Vikings story that kicked up with Isaiah Rodgers said he received a shit ton of racist comments after the game against the Eagles. People are saying you're worse than Hitler. Is that? I know some people did call him the N-word, I guess, and separate screenshots and blah.
So
blah,
you got
blah.
called Hitler and the N-word?
Yeah.
Hey, look, that's diversity.
It sure is. And then he just wrote there, racism is real. So, yeah, I don't know what happened with that.
Well,
That I didn't see. I didn't see that
I
play.
mean, look, dude, if you wake up with a bunch of N-words in your DMs, fair enough. I don't.
But did he
have a
do
rebuttal
something
for that.
Let's see. What was this? What did he? Did he?
Did he just play bad? I don't know.
guess
like,
so.
Yeah.
Vikings fans are fucking insane. By the way, look. What's his name? Isaiah Rodgers. Vikings fans are insane, and they're completely fucking delusional. So it's like, dude, what, like, you're fine. I think he scored 2 touchdowns, I want to say, like, week 2 or week 3. It's the same guy, right?
Yeah.
That I'm thinking about. So, like, I don't know, man. It's a weird city because it's like, you think of Minnesota, let's say 15 years ago. I would have said yes. But now it's all Somalia there, so it's like, all right, I don't really know what to think of Minnesota
I just
anymore.
think we'll have Jack on the show to apologize.
He'll do it.
He still goes back.
He'll do it in the way that BP executive did on South Park. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry.
Join us on Patreon for Drinkin' Bros fake news here in 10 minutes. In the meantime, bet with us or against us on MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposits all the way up to $1,000. Game 7 tonight. 2 NFL games tonight. Let's face it, do we feel alive if we don't have money on that shit? Absolutely fucking not. Bets are posted in Drinkin' Bros Sports, so you can see those now on Facebook. It is a private group. Just don't be an asshole. That's the only rules to that. Go to Spotify. Rate this show a 5-star where you will see the video as soon as it's done. Then head on over to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Yes, that is all the advertisers still care about. For Anthony Hollaway, Hot Bob, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Monday Morning Recap. Good morning, everyone.